Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Let's go! And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Double tight. Hey. 4 down.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line.
52, Mike 52. Hey, come on,
A first down throw for Mills. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw again on second down. Mills. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Warrior 70. Kill. He's coming. We got double up.
On 1st down, Howell. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 86 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Tight end left. 70 Ranger. Alert 3. Showing 8.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Strong right. 79 Broncos. Check. 4 down. Check 24. Check 99.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. He'll buy some time right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even. Shift. Big edge.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I've been here, brother. Don't be mad. It's more coming.
At the Texans' 19-yard line.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Four down. Four down. Alert. Shift. Check the backer. Check the backer.
And once more, Hal back to the air. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Check 37. Check 37. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check 26.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Texans are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the left.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Watch twist. 36. Hey.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
82's moving. Single, 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 single.
Dragon 60.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Safe, safe, safe.
Throwing here, Howell. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Watch tight end. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
In motion, the tight end.
Back, back, back. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Powell throwing on 1st down here. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
4 down, 4 down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Motion.
18 Rattler.
On 2nd and 7. Howell got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bates. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Jam him, jam him.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the and now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
25, check 25, check 25, 49, check. Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Tight right, tight right. 19 tight, 19 tight. Check 43. Hey, Lion, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll go play action. Howell. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Tight end's right.
Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Check 13.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Deuce, 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 deuce. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch a slap.
Now Mills on the bootleg.
Tighten up, tighten up.
This is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Come on now, let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Move.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Powell eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Tight end right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Check 4.
Watch out.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Check 9.
They'll run with Gibson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. On 1st and 10, Mills. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check!
One last shot before the break. Howell. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Strong left. Strong left. 4 down. 4 down. Alert.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Wide. 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 Get wide.
A final shot before break. Howell, flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Defense. Hey, who we go?
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Right here. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mills on 1st down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Mills. It's caught left side by Cook. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
It's sad they pay me. I do
Defense
it.
not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
This old adage, partner, don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Mike 29. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't been kicking.
In motion left comes Brown.
Don't get nervous.
Check. Check.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. Pressure comes and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. On play action, Mills being chased out left. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You got it.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing, Mills. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Taking it about the 16 and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We got 4.
In motion goes the tight end.
He's checking. Crash.
Tight dog.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Check.
To throw again on second down. Howell steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Let's get off the...
Play fake, Mills. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but... Oh, Howe loses it, and they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Running left, here's Patterson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
24, check 24.
They go play action. Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Hollywood Marquise Brown from 6 yards away. And the Texans have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Single.
Check 9, check 9.
Double tight.
Kill.
Bang.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Marquise Brown, 59 yards. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Show it up.
First down, Hal to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Rush in.
Check 37. Check 37.
2nd down. Hal now. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, Hal loses it. And the Texans scoop it. There he goes left side. The 30. 10. 5. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Let's go, baby.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly... And he loses the football a second time. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Let's go. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Following the fumble recovery, Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Shift.
Hey, check that. Street.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
4 down, even. Alert flare.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Safe.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
That's going to be a long day.
Watch the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Mills. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now left side on the swing pass. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd and 7.
Safety creep. Check 3.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mills.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself...
Oh, Hal loses it, but it looked like Washington got it back, and indeed they did. It remains Commanders football. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, but on game day, I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Houston, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to